Hi, everyone. This is Carol Ann Speaks, the Set of a World on Friday, October 28th, 2022. So, what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? Well, let's check it out. Okay. American democracy hangs in the balance. Carol Anderson on midterms, Georgia races, and voting rights. Yes. Ari Berman on how Wisconsin became the GOP's laboratory for dismantling democracy. And it's still going. That's how we got Scott Walker, their former governor, who was against unions, against people, against everything. And DeSantis condemned for using election police to intimidate Florida voters with felony convictions. So I hope he will lose. I hope. Okay. Uh, okay. Republicans like Governor Ron DeSantis are attempting to scare formerly incarcerated people with felony convictions from voting. He has launched an election police force to arrest people on trumped up voter fraud charges. The arrests overwhelmingly targeted black people and demonstrate the state's failure to have a system in place that can assure any American citizen that lives in the state of Florida whether or not they are eligible to vote. And also, an initiative to re-enfranchise 1.4 million people with prior felony convictions, and it won the election, and then it was overturned by Republicans. And several charges of alleged voter fraud in past elections have been dismissed. And the arrests still intimidate qualified voters from casting a ballot. So hopefully they will all come out to vote in this election. Okay, also, Putin says world faces most dangerous moment since World War II. Yes, him. Ukraine's president warns of extended blackouts after Russian attacks on power grid. That's great. Have to hold Russia accountable. Pentagon nuclear posture review won't rule out U.S. first strike. Okay. I hope not. And fears rise over Brazilian election after Bolsonaro ally attacks police with rifle and grenades. Wow, that's great. So, hopefully, a former Congress member and Bolsonaro ally been charged with attempted murder in Rio de Janeiro after he attacked federal police officers with a rifle and a grenade as they sought to arrest him on Sunday. Okay, so hopefully the people turn out to vote and will get rid of him and his whole administration and all his supporters. Okay, what else is happening? Um, two U.S. and Canadian officials meet to consider armed intervention force in top U.S. and Canadian officials meet to consider armed intervention force in Haiti. Hope not. U.S. senators call on Biden to expand protected status for Haitian refugees. I agree with that. 260,000 refugees in U.S. at risk of deportation as talks of overprotected status collapse. We have to have protected status for people. Uh, Temporary protective status. I hope we'll be able to get that for people. Uh, okay. And why don't we keep people who are good people and get rid of the right wing people like the Republicans? Okay. Families demand Texas top Families demand Texas top public safety official resign over Uvalde school shooting. I agree. Elon Musk purchases Twitter for $44 billion and fires top executive. That's great. I think that company is going to fail. I hope he fails. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez under federal investigation. What did he do? And he's a Democrat. Okay. Uh, okay. I don't know what he did, but I hope they'll straighten that out. And communities of color hit hardest by COVID less likely to receive antiviral drugs. And why is that? Uh, why can't they get potentially life-saving treatments for COVID? I don't know. Uh, it's I don't know. It's often white patients. Uh, less the Pax this is a drug is 30% less often that it goes to white patients. Even though people of color in the U.S. are about twice as likely to be hospitalized with COVID. Coronavirus hospitalizations have begun to increase for the first time since July. Um, why are communities of color not getting this potentially life-saving COVID treatment? I don't know. That's something that has to be solved. Okay. Ebola outbreak spreads to Ugandan capital. That's great. Okay. Now, okay, so I hope they'll be able to solve that. I hopefully they'll be able to find a virus for Ebola. And thousands in Pakistan mourn journalist Shahid Sharif killed by police in Kenya. Why was he killed? I don't know. Case of mistaken identity. He had fled Pakistan 2 months before his he lost his life. Um, okay, so I don't know. I hope if there's so much. Okay, Prime Minister Sharif, who rose to power after the ouster of Imran Khan, Shahid Sharif, have been living in hiding in Kenya. Supporters are demanding justice for Sharif and a thorough independent investigation into his killing. Pakistan has a history of media suppression and violence against journalists, and critics often blame the military. Okay. He's a permanent journalist, and I don't know. Mistaken identity. That is very sad. Okay. At least 31 people killed by flooding and landslides in the Philippines. Look, that's climate change. And the U.S. had controlled them as a territory. I don't know what the status is now. And same-sex marriage is now legal in all 32 Mexican states. Good. UN. Failure by nations to meet climate pledges puts the world on track for 2.9 degrees of heating by 2100. Okay, that's about 80 years from now. The Lancet. Immediate action on climate could save the lives of millions. I hope they take the action. Cholera spreads in Nigeria after historic flooding. That's nice. Historic flooding, people are living outside. It's a lot of people are displaced. Israeli people. Very sad situation. Alright. Now, so that's some of what's happening today, Friday, October 28, 2022. So, a lot of serious stuff. Wear a mask, practice social distancing, and a vaccine is available for you, so if you take it, I would take it. Had mine, the Johnson & Johnson, one shot. I had 2 storms, I was tired for a week, then I was fine. So I'm looking around for a booster. I have a lot of trouble with vaccines, so I have to be very careful. Alright, how about tiny little song? Hey there, Georgie girl, walking down the street so fancy-free. Nobody you meet would ever see the loneliness there inside you. Hey there, Georgie girl, why do all the boys just pass you by? Could it be you just don't try, or is it the clothes you wear? You're always window shopping, but never stopping to buy. So shed those dowdy feathers and fly a little bit. Hey there, Georgie girl, there's another Georgie deep inside. Bring out all the love you hide. Oh, what a change it'd be. The world would see a new Georgie girl. Okay, Georgie Girl was written by Tom Springfield of the Springfield folk group which included Sister Dusty, who went on to become an international singing star. It was recorded by Dusty and is also recorded by the Seekers. Okay, thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, October 28th, 2022, for an Intermediate Calendar Street Creative World. Hope you join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing when the vaccine is available for you. Safe for you to take. I take it, and remember, take care of yourself and others, and remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.